What's up guys, it's Tom here and it looks like Liverpool will sign Milos Kerkez in the next few days. We have some very exciting transfer news updates in this video, not just about Milos Kerkez but also about Darwin Nunez and Diaz, because Liverpool are receiving some huge bids for those players and that could enable Liverpool to sign even more players after hopefully completing the Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez transfer in the next few days. So Nicolo Schira, who is a very reliable Italian journalist, he is reporting the exclusive news that Milos Kerkez will be a Liverpool player for 45 million euros, which is around 40 million pounds. He agreed personal terms for a contract, 5-year contract until 2030, and Liverpool are closing the deal with Bournemouth and they are confident to finalize the last details soon, in the next few days. So the positive talks have been held even back in May with Milos Kerkez's new agent Fali Ramadani, who by the way is the same agent of Federico Chiesa, a current Liverpool player. And so the agent Fali Ramadani and Liverpool held positive talks back in May. The left fullback has given his availability to join Liverpool. And I mean, you will see in this video how much Milos Kerkez absolutely wants to and desperate to sign for Liverpool, because he's watching all the Instagram stories of him in a Liverpool shirt or him being linked to Liverpool. And of course, if you enjoy these transfer news update videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, because I post daily Liverpool transfer news updates, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest news around Liverpool FC's great exciting transfer window. And of course Liverpool are now working to try to reach an agreement with Bournemouth, but it looks like that the deal is very close to being completed. The patience is needed, of course, with the Milos Kerkez deal. Robertson reported that yesterday evening. The feeling is the same. He's fully expected to become a Liverpool player soon. But you know, with these deals sometimes you just need to, iron out the last final details, which takes a few days. So guys, be patient. The Here We Go is coming very soon from me and from Fabrizio Mano. And Fabrizio Mano posted a detailed video about, this Milos Kerkez transfer, and I thought I would transcribe the video for you guys. So Fabrizio Mano said on Kerkez, "This deal is advancing. I know Liverpool fans have been waiting for 2 weeks for the final say, and here we go with Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez. But what's the point that sometimes it's easier for us to maybe come here and say, okay, they are negotiating the details, but when you negotiate on a club record deal, it's different." He's talking about Florian Wirtz. It feels an important deal, 130, 140, maybe even 150 million euros for Florian Wirtz, depending on what exact fee Leverkusen will accept. This was transcribed by AI, so I'm sorry if there are some mistakes, but I will put it in proper English for you guys. So imagine negotiating on, an additional 20-30 million euros based on appearances, based on, the add-ons and bonuses for winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. So the process is not always easy, and this is why Liverpool and Florian Wirtz and Leverkusen are negotiating. But the feeling is for this deal to happen. That's my clear feeling. The feeling of all sources close to this deal. And he has an agreement with Liverpool, so I think when the player wants to join you, it's just about waiting, and that's what Liverpool are doing with both Milos Kerkez and Florian Wirtz. And also, it was revealed by Hungarian media, and I follow them closely because I'm also from Hungary, just like Szoboszlai and Kerkez are, that Kerkez has a niggle, and he basically set out today's training session, or was it yesterday? Yesterday's training session, the Hungary training session, and the Hungary manager, Marco Rossi, confirmed that Kerkez will play no part in today's friendly between Hungary and Sweden. So the flip to the niggle, he's potentially having a medical over the weekend at Liverpool, and there is a request from Liverpool for Kerkez not to play in this meaningless friendly, basically not to get injured. And the request was approved by Hungary, as it's not a crucial match, it's just a friendly, it's not a World Cup qualifier or anything. So the medical could happen even tomorrow, or Of course, Kerkez just wants to avoid injury, and the medical will happen after Bournemouth and Liverpool agree a transfer fee, but it's very, very close. And it's going to... Kerkez is apparently on his way to Liverpool. And of course, with this Hungary game being just a friendly, there is no point risking an injury. And yeah, the Puskás Stadium is actually a very good stadium with a very good lawn, with a very good grass, but still, you know, any kind of impact injury could scupper this transfer move. And this is Milos Kerkez's biggest transfer move in his life, so of course he doesn't want to jeopardize it by anything. And I also wanted to show you some Liverpool fan comments, because you guys love the reactions of Liverpool fans to these transfer news stories, and I think it adds another flavor to these Liverpool videos. So it's pretty definitive that he will be confirmed maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, Monday at the latest. The fact that Liverpool are pushing for business this early, well before even the window officially opens on July the 1st, it shows how much PSR does play a role on the decisions that clubs make. So for everyone saying it doesn't work, here's evidence suggesting otherwise. Because if Liverpool complete this deal for Florian Wirtz and Milos Kerkez before July the 1st, that kind of money will be on this season's accounts, financial accounts, and not next season's accounts. And that is important for PSR, because Liverpool have a lot of headroom, but if you delay the transfers and if you do it after July the 1st, these transfer spendings will count for next season's accounts. And you know, after 3 years, they always take the 3-year period where you can have a maximum of £105 million of losses. So if Liverpool, delay the transfers and do it after July the 1st, then Liverpool won't be able to spend as much in the next 3 years. And if you do it early, then it counts to this season's accounts. And then, next season you can spend more money, of course, on players, but at least you spent a lot of the money on this year's accounts. You get the drift. And Andy Robertson also said on the Milos Kerkez to Liverpool rumors, "We are not daft. It looks as if a deal could potentially be done, but until that is done, I'm not even giving that a second thought. I back myself, I've got confidence in my own ability, and that drives me forward." So Robertson is ready for the challenge, and Milos Kerkez will give him one hell of a challenge. And also analyzing Milos Kerkez's pizza chart for the 2024-25 Premier League season, where he was voted the best left back in the Premier League. He belongs to the very best wide defenders in creating and crossing, as you can see, and in terms of discipline is up there, very, very good. Final third involvement, ball carries, box involvement, they are all pretty high percentages. And also if you look at his attacking pizza chart, the crosses, the dribbles, the assists, the expected assists, and also passes, key passes into the box total, they are all very, very high percentages. So Liverpool are getting basically similarly to a young Andy Robertson, a young Milos Kerkez who has bags of potential and room to grow. And also he's only 21 years old, which is crazy young. He has been heavily linked with Liverpool recently. I mean, Milos Kerkez is younger than Conor Bradley. Do you realize how crazy that is? And Conor Bradley is a youth academy player for Liverpool, of course. So the Hungarian left back, Milos Kerkez, created the most threat through his open play passes and carries from the left side, very high up the pitch. And Liverpool, recently, not just recently, but we have been scouting Kerkez for years and years. And as you can see, he has very high intensity. And also, Milos Kerkez is obsessed with the stories linking him to Liverpool. Here he is taken with Dominik Szoboszlai in a funny picture where Milos Kerkez is holding a mechanical screwdriver or something like that. And he actually watched this story, as you can see, on his official Instagram account. And I absolutely love it that Milos Kerkez is watching all kinds of Instagram stories with him in a Liverpool shirt or him being linked to Liverpool. And his best mate, Dominik Szoboszlai, plays for Liverpool already. And they are best mates in the Hungary national team. Milos Kerkez would be welcomed with open arms. So let me know, what do you think about this Milos Kerkez transfer? I think signing Frimpong, Kerkez and Wirtz is an absolute dream start to Liverpool's transfer window. Hopefully we can get the deals over the line on the weekend or early next week. And now let's talk about Darwin Nunez, because Al Hilal are interested in Liverpool striker Darwin Nunez, and they opened talks already with Liverpool, and Darwin Nunez is ready to leave Liverpool, and a Saudi club have approached him. Another Liverpool fan said that we should ask for 100 million. I mean, I would sell Darwin Nunez for around 65 to 70 million, but I'm sure Liverpool will want to maximize that. Victor Osimhen doesn't seem convinced by Al Hilal's bid, so they went for Osimhen, but that move fell through. He would prefer to stay at Galatasaray, and Galatasaray preparing a bid to Napoli. Osimhen wants to leave Napoli in the summer transfer window, so this Osimhen deal to Al Hilal is about to collapse, and now Al Hilal are believed to be ready to make a concentrated effort to sign Darwin Nunez, because they want this transfer to get done early, so Darwin Nunez is available to play for the Club World Cup. And Darwin Nunez already joked about going to Saudi and getting a lot more money and buying more cars with that money. Let's talk about Luis Diaz as well, because Andy Hunter in the Guardian newspaper is reporting that Luis Diaz remains part of Liverpool's and Arne Slot's plans for next season, and unless a bid arrives that enables Liverpool to improve their squad or the player pushes for a move, the forward will remain at Liverpool on his current contract. Liverpool have told Barcelona that they don't wish to sell Luis Diaz following talks yesterday. Luis Diaz's contract runs until 2027, so there is new renewal clause. Al Nassr haven't yet bid, but they are prepared to offer as much as 85 million euros to try and test Liverpool's resolve. And Luis Diaz is open to an exit, and we will reveal the exact quotes that he said very soon, but Liverpool still view him as an important player, and this was reiterated to Barcelona. Liverpool were very smart, rebuffing Barcelona's low offer. They told Barcelona, if you want Luis Diaz, you need to pay as much as the Saudi clubs, and Barcelona cannot afford that. And with Al Hilal willing to bid a reported fee of around £100 million for Bruno Fernandes, in the end Fernandes decided to stay at Man United, but Fernandes is 2 years older than Diaz, so Liverpool feel the market rate has been set should interest from the Saudi league develop into something more concrete. That's what Paul Gorst for the Liverpool Echo is reporting. Is also very close to Liverpool sources, this journalist. So if Bruno Fernandes is worth 100 million to Saudi clubs, then Luis Diaz is easily worth 70 million for Saudi clubs. And imagine if we get 70 million for Diaz and 70 million for Darwin Nunez from Saudi clubs. That's 140 million. That pays for Florian Wirtz and some absolutely crazy money that is floating around. And I think Liverpool are doing this very smartly, because Luis Diaz is 28 years old. He's at the, his value is right now at the peak. If you keep him any longer, his value will start going down, and also he hasn't signed a new contract yet, so he has 2 years remaining on his contract. Next season, next summer, Luis Diaz's value will decline. When he was away on Colombia on international duty with Colombia, Luis Diaz said, "I'm very, very happy in Liverpool. From day one, they have made me feel really welcome. Right now, we are in contact with them because we are speaking with other clubs. It's normal. The transfer market is open, and we are trying to sort out what's best for us." He means him and his agent and his family. "I'm just waiting to see what happens. If Liverpool doesn't make a good offer, I still have 2 years left with them." He's talking about the contract offer. "I would be happy and content to stay there. And that's it. Everything depends on Liverpool, obviously. It's up to me to decide what's best for us in the future." So it's not just up to Liverpool, it's up to Luis Diaz as well. If he says, he doesn't really want to sign a new contract, he wants to go to Saudi. And this comes out a day after Liverpool say they are not actively looking to sell Diaz, and after Liverpool rejected Barcelona's approach. So it's fair to say that Luis Diaz is pretty much confirmed that he's talking to other clubs, and he's open to leaving. So a 70 million offer from Saudi will take Luis Diaz away from Liverpool. And I think with 70 million we can replace him with a younger player. I love Luis Diaz, but he's 28 years old. Maybe right now is the best time to sell him. And if we sell him, my money is on Liverpool going for Anthony Gordon, because he would be gettable for 60-70 million. A German journalist reported on Cody Gakpo that we have heard that Cody could imagine signing a new contract at Liverpool. So Bayern Munich aren't sure yet whether they are just being used as a pawn in this, contract saga. Bayern realized that it's not an easy feat to bring a player from Liverpool to Munich who is under a long contract like Cody Gakpo. So yeah, I don't want Liverpool to lose both of their left wingers, so I would maybe sell Diaz, bring Anthony Gordon in, and keep Cody Gakpo on the left wing. I think that's what I would do. And also, Trent Alexander-Arnold said this after signing for Real Madrid, that he admires Real Madrid. Everyone has their ways of winning, and he has shown over the last 10 years that he's a winner. I mean, Sergio Ramos is a Real Madrid legend, but he doesn't even play for Real Madrid. So why do you come out and say this? When Salah got injured maliciously, in very dirty fashion by Sergio Ramos in the Champions League final. Trent said, a Liverpool fan said, if I'm Salah, my head would be hot knowing I went to Trent Alexander-Arnold's Summer of 66 gimmick and farewell party after hearing this. Imagine a man you have called your teammate and friend, who you have experienced some of the lowest points of your career, saying, yeah, I admire the man who injured my teammate in the final because he's a winner. So yeah, I kind of fully understand this Liverpool fan where he's coming from. I would be hurt if I was Salah, but Trent is already off to Real Madrid, so, it's water under the bridge. And also, another Liverpool fan compared Luis Diaz to some other top left wingers in Europe, and apart from Barcalo, who is playing in a much weaker league, Luis Diaz is pretty much better than Anthony Gordon and Nico Williams, the two other left wingers that Liverpool were heavily linked with recently. Yes, Nico Williams is better in some metrics, but not by much. And also, yeah, Luis Diaz, that's why he started so many games for Liverpool. Barcola looks good, but you have to take the quality of the French league into account. Diaz's numbers show exactly why Liverpool are not under any pressure to sell him. Unless someone comes in with a crazy offer, we can't replace him. People want goals from the left wing of a team that was trying to score mostly from right wing. They want goals because on the left wing, when teams double or man-mark Salah, there is no secondary threat. A part of the reason why Diaz slowed down his scoring in the second half was that teams were defending him more aggressively. And Mane was crucial in Liverpool's success previously because he was a reliable secondary threat. When Salah got marked out of the game, Mane could pop up with goals and assists. Diaz has a lot of good traits. But is he as good as Mane? Definitely not. He's not getting 20-25 goals a season like Mane did in his prime. But yeah, basically Diaz is second best on most of those stats, playing in the toughest league, the Premier League. That's the reason why Arne Slot selects always Diaz either on left wing or as a striker. Arne Slot is not too interested in replacing Diaz, but if Liverpool get a crazy good offer, then we will think about selling him. And finally, this is the funniest comment. Luis Diaz runs like he heard the ice cream van music. That is absolutely brilliant. I love the sense of humor of the Liverpool fans. And that's a great way to end this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.